Basketball.tv. And we are underway. Vega wins the tip for Argentina. Gretter, the outstanding ball handler. Over to Buquete. Now to Thomas. Now Vega, the baseline jumper, and she hits right away.
That's a veteran taking her shot, knowing that she's going to get those, and she has to be a vocal and physical leader for her team.
The head coach for Argentina, Cristian Santander, and for Virgin Islands, William Colon.
Looks like Virgin Islands has changed their starting lineup. I don't think Peters was in it for the last 2 games, but maybe they're thinking they need to start with a little bit of size.
Three-pointer by Brittany Matthew, no good. Yeah, Aisha Peters did not start. I believe Stacey Griffith had been starting. Thomas, Buquete. Ball tipped and stolen away by Day. Day, top of the key, puts up the long 3 ball. That's just short. Rebound taken by Vega.
I think we'll see this a lot today. Argentina, when they get the rebound, they're just going to look to run.
Well, don't forget, Virgin Islands playing with a short bench. They've only got 10 players. So if they can run the Virgin Islanders out of the gym, they certainly will try.
I think so. They're one of the teams, I think they play all 10. However, mostly about 7 or 8 players come onto the court for Virgin Islands.
Yeah, Janiyah Ephraim doesn't see a lot of time.
No. She is only 15 years old, so getting a little bit of play in the first game, but
yep.
I don't think anything yesterday.
Matthew around the screen. Gets it to Peters. Defended nicely on the backside, but Peters able to hit over Buquete.
Great job by Peters to be able to catch that ball. The defender kind of hit her on the catch. Able to keep her balance and get a good little shot in there.
Gretter feeding Vega inside. She tries to feed it to Buquete. Boy, I thought that went off the fingertips of Victoria Hamilton, but they're going to say Buquete tipped that, and it's Virgin Islands ball.
Here's that nice high screen. She slips to the basket, gets hit by the help, and still able to keep it up high and bank it nicely.
Day directing traffic. Lenny's Bow has it left wing. Now driving is Hamilton, has it blocked. Virgin Islands gets it back. Bow's got to put it up from the free throw line. Shot won't go. Back tap to Bow, and she's got it. Virgin Islands has a chance to reset the offense a little bit. Now the pass underneath to Peters. That's blocked. I think that was Buquete on that block. 6 seconds to
nice
shoot
little
for.
C for Peters. Peters just got to lead with her left shoulder almost to protect the ball a little bit more.
6 to shoot for the Virgin Islands. Top to Day, over to Matthew. Long 3 on the way. Rebound controlled by Archie. Beautiful feed from Gretter up ahead to Vega. What a pass by Gretter.
Great pass by Gretter. She almost just blindly threw it up there knowing that Vega would be there.
Gretter is so good handling the ball. You were right yesterday. If she develops that outside shot, any kind of consistent shot, she is really going to be an international superstar. Hamilton loses control on the drive. Here comes Argentina. Ahead to Thomas, and she lays it in. And it's 6-2 in favor of Argentina. Bow, left side to Hamilton, looking for Day. Now she goes around the screen, beautifully defended by Argentina. Now the pass low to Peters. She puts it up with 3 on the shot clock. That rattles in.
They're working a lot of screen and roll with Peters, and she's reading them right, getting the basket, and actually staying pretty composed. Had kind of a sideways shot on that one, but managed to rattle it in.
Greder. Thomas on the wing, cross-court pass. They find Vega down low, back out to Thomas. 3 on the way, bang!
Virgin Islands is in a zone. I think they've played a zone pretty much the whole tournament. And Vega, with patience, has the ball inside and just looks for an open man.
Hamilton on the wing as Argentina leads 9-4. Matthew working her way into the lane, flips it up and off the glass and in. We usually don't see Brittany Matthew drive like that in traffic. She's an outside shooter, but that time found some success. Boquete now at the other end. Her shot rattles off.
And Brittany Matthew had a great game yesterday, and I'm sure she's hoping to continue that today.
Bow directing traffic. Gets it to Matthews, rather. Now the screen by Day. Day finds Peters, and then a foul by Stephanie Thomas. Nice ball movement by Virgin Islands. They were anticipating the defensive rotation.
They were. Peters is doing a great job. I'm impressed with her in the first 5 minutes of this game. She's got a lot of touches inside. She's one of their young players. And she's giving them a lot of, a bit more size inside today.
Foul is on Stephanie Thomas, her first. Jumper by Day, that's no good. Peters fights for it, but cannot come up with the rebound. Greder jets up court. Vega on the block, pretty move, kicks it out, intercepted nicely by Bow.
Good anticipation by Bow, knowing that Vega was cut off on the corner and was probably going to kick it outside there on the wing.
Matthew, after the crossover, had a little bit of space to take the 3. She thought about it. Now Hamilton on the drive. And a late foul called on Ornella Santana. She's looking at the official saying, really?
We've seen that from Hamilton, that she'll drive. She's very good at that. And she finds a way to slip in between the 2 defenders. They were moving a little bit. I think they just got caught on trying to close the gap, and Hamilton found it to slip through for a shot.
Free throw is good. First point of the game for Hamilton. She hits them both, and it's 9-8 in favor of Argentina. Now the captain Pavone comes back on for Argentina. Thomas to Pavone, tried to get it to Vega underneath and poked away by Peters. All 5 starters still on the floor for Virgin Islands. Here's some gamesmanship by the Argentinians, counting down, saying 3-2-1 when there was 8 left on the clock. But a nice shot there by Natalie Day, and Virgin Islands has their first lead of the game at 10-9.
And that's nice to see Natalie Day on the scoreboard early. She's had a tough tournament. We were looking for her, I think, to contribute a little bit more in the last 2 games. And that might help her, get her going a little bit more.
3 is up and good. Stephanie Thomas. She gives Argentina the lead back at 12-10. Bow. Over to Matthew. 10 to shoot around the screen. Now a 3 on the way from Hamilton. Back iron, no. Rebound battled for between Peters and Santana, and it goes out of bounds off of Peters. It'll be Argentina ball.
Here we see the little duck into Vega. The defense collapses on the zone, and it's an easy kick out. Vega's got some patience on the zone. She's just getting there. She gets it inside, and she just waits to see what develops from the defense.
Pavone into the corner to Thomas. Agustina Barani checked in for the first time for Argentina. Outside shot is no good. Vega battles for the rebound and gets it.
Getting it against 4 Virgin Islands players that were around her.
5 to shoot. Gonzalez will change of direction.
Yep.
Nicely defended by Lenise Bao, but I think they're going to get her on the foul.
Yeah, she wasn't quite in front of her, was moving sideways with her. She comes over, she's...
Yep, she had the hand on her.
Yeah. Yeah, those are tough ones, because you think you're there and you're moving with your hands up, but then when you see the replay, you can always see that you're sort of pushing on them a little bit.
Now Vega into the corner. Now a 3 on the way. That's good!
Great ball movement by Argentina. They're getting it inside, outside, and really making the Virgin Islands have to move on defense, creating these easy shots for them.
The captain, Sandra Pavon, with her first 3 points of the game. Should mention our officials for this game: Marie-Pierre Malo of Canada, Robinson Aracena, and Matthew Callio. Baseline jumper as the shot clock expires. No good, but Day is there for the left-hand putback. Our FIBA commissioner for this game, Nadine Crowley.
Peters got cut on an elbow as I think Giselle Vega is cutting to the corner. That was a nice take by Vega. She took it and saw she had an opening. Draws 2 people, kicks it out, 1 more pass open, and Pavon gets a 3.
Great reaction by Pavon. Thomas, her 3 ball is no good. Looks like the Virgin Islands a little fatigued now, almost.
It does look like they're almost tired already.
All their starters have played the entire quarter.
Yep.
Shot by Peters, no good, and the subs for Argentina running. Vega gets it, and she traveled, double dribble. It's going to be one of those. Good defense. I believe that was Peters in there that forced the turnover. There's the pass inside.
Good presence of mind. Vega just takes the dribble out, knows she's covered, but yeah. We talked about the players for Virgin Islands. I think the last 2 games we've seen a lot of Janiqua Javois.
Yeah,
and
Unique
also
Javois, Kwatika Johnson.
Sorry, and Kwatika Johnson have not been in yet.
Neither is Stacey Griffith.
That's very strange.
Akia Fret saw a lot of minutes last night as well. And she's an energy person.
So not sure what the coach is doing. Maybe he's trying out a different 5 and seeing if they can get him a better start. They are in this game, so maybe his idea is working.
Lenise Bao, her shot skitters off the right side of the rim and out of bounds. Now Stacey Griffith checks in. Now you see Bao chewing on her jersey. Brittany Matthew.
Not sure how tasty that is.
Brittany Matthew, she was leaned over with both hands on her knees.
I don't know if you want to see that in any game. Means your player's tired.
Now a long 2 from the corner is no good. Rebound fought for, and beautifully done. Celia Fiorato.
She's running back the court laughing, and I'm not sure. I think she thought she had a few other seconds, and she just fought for the rebound and kind of shot it really quite funny and sideways, right? I think she thought the shot clock was gonna, or the game clock was gonna be done for the quarter.
Could be, but it ends 17-12 in favor of Argentina this first quarter. We're back from Edmonton. This is the FIBA 2015 FIBA Americas Women's Championships. Welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center in Edmonton on the campus of the University of Alberta. It's 17-12 in favor of Argentina following one quarter. Partner, you're looking up and down the stat sheet, and
we're just talking about the players that haven't played, and the starting lineup was changed, and the starting five has played. Well, other than Aisha Peters came out for a few seconds, but most of them have played the whole first quarter. And we haven't seen Fret, we haven't seen Bao, we haven't seen Griffith. And I think they're coming on the floor now, but it's just an interesting call by the coach when they completely change their game plan. But maybe they've lost 2 games, they got to try something different.
Stephanie Thomas leading Argentina with 6 points after 1. Aisha Peters and Natalie Day with 4 apiece for the Virgin Islands. 58% from the floor for Argentina in that first quarter. Virgin Islands just 28%. Of a long outlet pass. And a good hustle there by Stacey Griffith, and she played the ball.
May have got a bit of her arm. It's hard to say from our angle, but she ran it down, almost got the block.
So Macarena Rosette will go to the free throw line. Nets the first, and it's a 6-point lead for Argentina. Make it 7, 19-12, just underway, second quarter. Glad you can be with us. I'm Craig Fada. My partner is Michelle Hendry for this one. Glad you can be tuned in wherever you're watching from around the world. Across Canada on TSN or everywhere else on livebasketball.tv.
That was unfortunate. Hamilton just taking a drive and just lost it out of bounds.
I'd like to remind you that you can also interact with us at FIBA on Instagram and Twitter at FIBA. We're also on Facebook. You can get all the latest pictures, news, and highlights. The highlight clips posted from each of the games not long after they're done. Bao hounded. Now Day with 7 to shoot, driving on Barani. Pretty spin move, hanging. That won't fall in. Day did a lot of hard work. Didn't pay off. Now Gonzalez to Fiorado. She gets it back, left elbow shot. Nicely done by Fiorado.
She's come in and given them a bit of a lift. She hit that bucket right at the buzzer. Comes in and gets another nice shot.
21-12 in favor of Argentina. Hamilton to Bao. Tries to get it back to Day. She does. Another shot by Day won't go. Now Barani wide open from 18. She drives. Three-pointer from the corner. That's no good by Gonzalez. I think she had 4 3-pointers the other night, and now it traveled.
Yeah, she shot very well for Argentina. And that's expected on anyone playing a zone. A lot of their shots are going to come from the outside as the zone collapses. Yeah, she just kicks this out. Jump. Yeah. She kind of jumps to pass and gets her feet about a millimeter off the court, and the ref caught it.
For some of us, that's the extent of our vertical.
I think that's what mine might be right now.
As long as you can slip a $1 bill under there, you're still getting off the ground. That's all that counts.
I can still do that.
Rosette into the corner to Barani. Now back to Gonzalez. Good ball movement on the outside by Argentina. Gonzalez. Long pass across the court. Now back to Gonzalez. Great ball movement. Now Pavone can't hit.
Oh, great rebound.
Barani, yeah, had great position and then pulled down from behind by Victoria Hamilton. That'll be the first foul on Hamilton.
As you said, that is great ball movement by Argentina. They're getting virtually any shot they want. Barani just comes in from the side. Nobody boxes her out.
And on that last possession, the way Argentina moved the ball, it was almost like the five-man drill without the defense.
Yes.
I mean, the way everybody was moving perfectly and in sync.
Yeah, exactly.
And the passes were all right where they were supposed to be.
And that's what you want. I'm sure the Argentinian coach is happy how his team has started this game.
Tika Johnson in now. She gets it inside to Griffith. The turnaround won't go. Griffith gets her own rebound down on the floor, and then Rossett gets it.
Yeah, getting after it. Illegal use.
Tika Johnson called for the foul on the floor. I'm not sure what she used illegally.
I like that. I think they just good hustle, getting on the floor, getting after the ball. You hate to see somebody come up with a foul when there's a scrum down there. I don't know what she did. Maybe it's possible she tried to kick the ball. Sometimes they say that if you're in the scrum and then you try and kick it away,
could be.
They'll call you for that.
Or tried to push somebody away.
Yeah.
An inadvertent horn from the table. They're getting everything reset, and now we're back underway. Now a three on the way. Rebound Griffith. Boy, the more I watch Gretter, she might be among the top 2 or 3 ball handlers in this tournament.
She's very good, and you always want your ball handlers, your point guards, to have their head up. We've seen her look off people for passes. We've seen her stop and try to change her mind with what she wants to do. And she really just looks for any opportunity to get her team involved.
Barani back up top. She gets it back, and a pretty shot by Barani. Agostina Barani, the 23-year-old from Buenos Aires, scores her first bucket of the game. Matthew, she's been quiet.
Great defense by Gretter. Oh, gets called at the last second for a block.
And Gretter saying she cleared me out with the elbow.
Yeah, we probably will see that on the replay as she comes in. I don't know. I think that's a no call.
I would agree.
Here's a nice passing by Argentina. It starts off with Gretter. Comes in with a pump fake from Pavone, and Barani hits it. Yeah, I think you let that one go as a ref.
Yeah, Gretter oversold it a little bit.
Not much of a push-off if there was one.
And it was not much of a push-off, so.
I don't know.
Well, a timeout called by Virgin Islands as they now trail by 11, 23-12. Earlier on today, it was Cuba over Puerto Rico, 65-58. And coming up later on, Team Canada back in action at 6:30 as they take on the Dominican Republic. They were embarrassed by Cuba last night, 83-44. And then the nightcap, Brazil and Ecuador. Virgin Islands in a little bit of a rut right now. What do you expect out of them when they come out of this huddle?
I think he's writing up a play for them. They look tired to me. They look like they're trying hard and not getting rewarded for anything. And I don't know if that's just their inexperience in a tournament like this. But I don't see them working as well together as I did yesterday. Hopefully with the subs that he's made, maybe we'll see some more kind of team play, because I think that's what they're going to need against Argentina.
Virgin Islands ball. Long outlet pass today. Matthew. And then Javoy steps on the sideline.
Those are those unforced turnovers that you never want. But they need to get those and then get back on defense right away. They almost got caught sleeping, coming back down the floor.
Rossett.
Good hands there by Hamilton.
Poked up in the air by Hamilton, yeah. It'll be Argentina ball with 9 to shoot. And Robinson Naracina says Argentina wants timeout. We'll take it as well. 23-12 in favor of Argentina. Back in a moment from Edmonton.
Vemos qué pase puede entrar. Quedan 9. Tenemos faltas para dar. Tenemos
23-12 in favor of Argentina over the Virgin Islands in this preliminary Group B game.
Brittany Matthews, sorry, has been really quiet in this game. She had a really good game yesterday, I think scoring 14 or 16.
And she was very quiet in the first game.
Yeah, I think they're taking turns, but they're not. They might not be used to playing 3 games in a row.
Well, they played Centro Basket. They played the CBC tournament.
So they should be okay with that, yeah.
Matthew on the drive, the little floater in the lane. That's such a tough shot.
It is. But you see players practicing that one. It's not just...
You see him practicing it, and you see him missing it.
Yes.
I see him make it more in games. You know, I've sat through a lot of practices at the pro men's level, and I've seen them practice that shot with a folding chair right there.
Oh, could go over,
they'll miss 9 out of 10, but you get them in a game, and they'll hit it. Just such an instinctive play that you can't mechanically reproduce that. Now Matthew tried to hit the cutting day. She got into the air and got in trouble. And now Rossett with the breakaway layup in Argentina, back up 11, 25-14.
And on that break for Argentina, we didn't really see any Virgin Islands players trying to get back to even contest it. If they're going to try and get back into this game, they're going to have to do that on both sides.
Hamilton. Long pass to Javoy. 3 on the way. No. Goes out of bounds, and that'll be Argentina ball. I like these Argentina jerseys, reminiscent of the soccer or football jerseys, as we might call them.
Yeah, it's exactly.
This is an international broadcast, so we have to say football.
So you have to say football. We're all right with that. I'm used to that. Being in Spain, when I call it football here, I mean soccer. Some people don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Yeah, their teams have always had this striped uniform.
Yeah, you see that, you know who's playing.
Exactly. That's great inside play. Good feeds against the zone.
Ornella Santana gets her first 2 points of the game. Javoy left wing. Day. And she draws the foul on Santana.
We see the inside passing. Vega gets it. We've talked about her patience underneath. And she's just able to find an open cutter. Nobody from Virgin Islands taking her from the top and leading her down.
Vega only has 4 points, but she's such a presence in there, and she's such a good passer that she makes so much else happen for Argentina underneath.
Yeah. Well, she already has 3 assists and a couple assists to the assists that we don't really have a name for that, but I think in hockey, I think they do. You get the first assist and then the second assist. We might have to start that stat in basketball.
At least if we're playing in Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Gonzalez to Gretter. Nice find of Vega underneath. She gets it back out. I think Vega's been in the lane for 8 or 10 seconds. She circled around in the lane, caught the ball, passed it out, circled around, was still in the lane. 29-16, 13-point lead now for Argentina. Nice pick and roll. Day goes up, and she travels.
There's the presence of Vega, making Day think twice about going up right away. Tried to give her a pump fake, and came up too. It's a great look pass over.
Yeah, they had the play set up.
Yep, it was a great. That was good patience from Virgin Island. That's what they want.
Gonzalez, a little too high on the pass, and caught nicely by Robinson Aracena. Now Akia Fret into the game for the first time, with 2:25 to play in the half. Matthew trying to shake Gonzalez. Now she pops. Day.
Good presence to keep that ball alive. She just got in with one hand and tipped it to the other.
Fret around the screen by Day into the corner. 4 to shoot. Puts up the 3 ball. Off the front of the rim, and Hamilton's there for the putback. That won't go, but Fret tracks it down in the corner. Hamilton from the baseline, no.
Just can't buy a bucket. That was a great rebound by Hamilton coming in. They've had a couple of rebounds. 3 chances at that one.
Beautiful pass from Gretter, but a foul before the pass and shot. The foul on Hamilton. Per second.
Just looking at their field goal percentage, Virgin Islands is getting more shots, but they just can't seem to get it down.
They haven't taken a lot of bad shots. Some of their good shots are just rattling out or rolling off.
We've seen that a lot in this tournament. I feel like, I don't know if the rim's tight, I don't know, but we've seen a lot of bunnies, we're gonna call them, that people are missing.
Balls might be a little overinflated. Where's Tom Brady?
Another inflate gate, is that what they're calling it?
Matthew. She drives and can't get the layup to fall, and she shows her frustration. Argentina running. Vega underneath. Spins, contact but no call. And now Virgin Islands running. Good hustle back by Boquete to stop the fast break. Now Hamilton, the floater with the right hand, won't go. Cabrera on to replace Vega. Also on for Argentina, Sandra Pavon. Rebound pass to Fret. Here's Lenise Bao. She jumps from the right side, 18 feet, no good. Gets her own rebound in the corner off of Argentina. That'll be Virgin Islands ball. Well, the Virgin Islands just need something to happen here.
They're having a tough go at it. I'm just noticing on our stat sheet that the bench points right now is 15 bench points for Argentina. Nobody from the bench has scored for Virgin Islands, and that's going to hurt their chances. There we go.
Day with the pretty jump shot from 16 feet.
She's the only one that seems to have sort of found her groove a little bit.
Argentina takes timeout, leading 31-18 with 20.2 seconds left in the second quarter. And the reason nobody from the bench has scored from the Virgin Islands is nobody from the bench from the Virgin Islands has hardly played. Akia Fret only recently getting into the game. Saw a little bit of Stacey Griffith. Finally, Javoy and Kwatika Johnson got in, but that entire first quarter was almost all of the starters' minutes.
It'll be interesting to see what they're saying in their huddle to try and keep them motivated in this game.
Talked about the shooting percentage for the Virgin Islands. They are at 22% overall, 7 of 32, 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. Argentina, meanwhile, a sparkling 50% on 13 of 26 shooting. So it's a combination of Argentina shooting pretty well and Virgin Islands not so much.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that zone for Virgin Islands is Argentina's just kind of picking it apart with their patience and with their kind of precision passing. And Vega is a big part of that in the middle of the zone.
Boquete. Ahead to Pavone, back to Santana. Shot clock is off, game clock now down to 10. Argentina holding for one. And a foul on Akia Fret with 6 seconds left. That's the first foul on Fret.
That one always hurts when you get a foul with 6 seconds left in the half and you're giving them a chance to get 2 more points instead of playing solid defense and maybe getting a bucket yourself going into the half.
Gonzalez wraps home the first free throw. Second one, no good. Fret the rebound. Beg your pardon, that was Hamilton on the rebound. Hamilton puts it up. Did she get it off? Yes, count it.
So. That's a nice positive note for them to know they can come down, get after them, and go. She goes right at Barani, and she knows the clock's running down. It almost looks like she even fouls her on that one and gets it off, we see, before the red lights up. So that's the positive point that they can take into the halftime with them.
So at halftime, it's 32-20 in favor of Argentina. Let's take a look at some of the halftime stats. For Argentina, 13 of 26 from the field for 50%, 3 of 9 from beyond the arc, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 8 turnovers in that first half for Argentina. 10 assists on their baskets, 15 rebounds, 5 offensive. Virgin Islands actually out rebounding Argentina. They have 18 rebounds, 9 offensive. USVI 8 of 33 from the floor for 24%, 0 for 6 from distance, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Mentioned at 9 offensive rebounds, 18 total, 7 turnovers. Leading scorers in the game for Argentina. Stephanie Thomas has 6, really well-balanced scoring. Santana with 4, Vega with 4, Rossett with 4, Fiorato with 4. Vega has 3 assists, along with 4 rebounds. Barani also with 4 boards for Argentina. Leading scorer for the Virgin Islands, Natalie Day with 8 points. Matthew, Hamilton, and Peters each have 4. No one else has scored for the Virgin Islands. Leading rebounder, Day with 9. 2 assists for Brittany Matthew. And you look at those numbers and you think, boy, the game should be a little bit closer. It's only a 12-point spread, but Virgin Islands has some work to do in the second half.
They certainly do. I'm sure they'll be talking about that.
When we come back, my partner Michelle Landry will break down what the Virgin Islands needs to do in the second half to come back in this one and get their first win in group play. It's 32-20 in favor of Argentina at halftime. This is day 3 of the FIBA Americas 2015 Women's Championships from Edmonton. We're back in just a few moments. Welcome back to the Saville Community Sports Center on the campus of the University of Alberta in Edmonton. It's the third day of play in preliminary round action of the 2015 FIBA Americas Championship for Women. In this Group B contest, coming out of halftime, it's Argentina 32, Virgin Islands 20. Michelle Hendry, what do you think the Virgin Islands needs to do to battle their way back into this one?
I think they need to start playing with a little bit of a sense of urgency. They're only down 12. They haven't played great, but I don't see that much energy coming from them. And I think regardless of what they're doing with the missed shots and their defense, they seem a little flat. And I don't know if they need to score a bucket to get that going, but I think they just have to start thinking, we need to pick it up defensively, we need to pick it up offensively and get more energy into the game.
Curious lack of use of substitutions in that, especially the first quarter by William Colon. We thought that the Virgin Islands starters appeared to be dragging a little bit toward the end of the first quarter. It was only a 5-point spread after one quarter. It was 12 after two. You have to wonder if some of that fatigue didn't come into play.
I think so, and I think when the players come out and they're sometimes it's a mindset if they think they're going to play lots and then they don't start and then they don't get into the quarter. Perhaps they're not. If the coach didn't talk to them beforehand, they're sort of wondering too, why aren't I in? And then you start your own mental thoughts. So hopefully they can get past that and start giving their some valuable minutes when they do get in.
Not only that, when you do get into the game, you might feel the need to press and make something happen to justify being out there and staying out there.
Exactly, because sometimes it's not about, you want to play, right? You want to be on the floor, and sometimes you have to prove to your coach that you deserve to be there.
So a quick play drawn up for Vega. She scores. She's got 6, and it's a 14-point Argentina lead. Now Matthew for 3. I think Cologne probably said we need to get Matthew involved.
I think so. She hadn't scored much in this game, and yesterday we said, you know, she had a great game. So maybe she's also aware that she needs to do some more for her team.
Gets it to Vega again. She misses the first shot and then is fouled on the follow-up. I believe that's going to be on Lenise Bao. It is her second.
Vega's doing a great job getting into that. It used to be called the Russian spot. Now it's called the short corner. And she's just finding that little gap between the middle of the zone and the outside person on the zone, the lower corner. And she's mad at herself for missing that easy bunny.
I'd never heard it called the Russian spot before.
This is showing how old I am because the Russians made it famous. This is going 25 years back. That little spot used to be called the Russian spot.
I once worked a game with a gentleman who referred to the backboard as the bank board.
The bank board.
Matthew, the high arcing three-pointer. That one had snow on it when it came down, but it went straight through. And Brittany Matthew now has 7.
So she's had 2 baskets now at the start of the second half. Hopefully, that gives her some more confidence to start taking more shots.
Argentina tries to answer on the 3-point attempt by Pavone. They get the rebound, and here comes Rossette back the other direction. 3-pointer from Gonzalez, and that's good.
There's the patience we've talked about with Argentina. That took almost a full 24 seconds, passing the ball around and getting a 3. And Argentina's going into a zone now too, because I think they might be thinking a little bit of just resting for the rest of the game and practicing some of the things they might need for later on in the tournament.
Did not get it away. It was good, but Brittany Matthew a fraction too late, and the shot clock expires.
That's too bad. That would have been a nice shot for her to hit. Here we see just Argentina. They drive into the middle of the zone collapses, they kick it out, and they do that 2 or 3 times and get an open look.
Gonzalez. Now the bounce high, now to Pavone, now to Vega. Offense just running completely as designed, except blow the pass at the end there. Now Akia Fred can't get the layup to go.
He shot that a little bit awkwardly.
A little too far under the basket when she finally released it. Boy, just beautiful ball movement by the Argentinians. They don't score there. They got the look they wanted. Bow on the right wing. Now Day kicks it out to Matthew, 10 to shoot. Back into the corner for Day, a 2, and that's good. Nice shot by Natalie Day. Set into Vega.
You can hear a little bit the Virgin Islands bench is trying to get their team some energy, chanting defense, defense.
Gonzalez with another 3.
They're quickly silenced by another 3-pointer from Argentina.
The lead now 16 at 41-25. Cologne wants timeout. Oh, a nice feed. Beautifully done inside to Pavone. She scores with the left hand, and Virgin Islands wants timeout. 43-25. An 11-5 run to start this third quarter for Argentina. And they seem to be running their offense without any difficulty whatsoever. They can pretty much do whatever they want at will.
Yep, and that's kind of like secondary break. The fast break didn't happen, and they just waited for Pavone, I think that was, to just trail behind the play. And nobody from the Virgin Islands picked her up, and they're not talking really on defense. And it's tough to contain anybody if you're not going to talk about it.
What happened? We're going to shut down, and then they're going to keep them to the corner.
Great action all week long here on livebasketball.tv and TSN Canada. You can follow us online on Instagram and Twitter at FIBA. Also on Facebook, get links to all the great pictures that the FIBA staff are putting up, interviews, highlights, and a whole lot more. FIBA.com, at FIBA, on Twitter and Instagram. 43-25 in favor of Argentina, and Virgin Islands really kind of looks like the air's been sucked out of their balloon a little bit. They didn't have a lot of energy in that huddle.
They were only down 12 at the half, and now we see almost 20. So Argentina just came out strong in the first 4 minutes of the second half, and Virgin Islands has not answered that.
Fred driving, putting it up. Tough shot by Akia Fred over the outstretched arms of Andrea Boquete. The diminutive Fred gets the bucket. Gonzalez on the left wing. Fred's giving her the baseline. Good ball movement by Argentina to hit Santana on the cut, and she's going to go to the free throw line. The foul called on Victoria Hamilton. You look at the shot by Fred.
That's just determination. And being able to just contort your body and just get it up there. And if you can get it on the glass, it's got a chance to get in.
Third foul on Hamilton. Fred into the front court. Circling around. Hamilton with 7 to shoot, and now, yeah. Hamilton knocked to the floor. Foul's going to be on the captain, Sandra Pavone.
Pavone saying that she was just lying there on the ground trying not to do anything, and she fell on top of her, but lots of times that happens if you're the cause of the person falling, no matter what. She's on the floor there, but because she's causing her to fall, she's going to get the foul.
Day, the
Nice
open
shot from
jumper. Nice little two-man game between Day and Bao.
Oh.
And Bao called for the hold following the basket, and then
Nice little.
yeah, Bao had a couple of
Give and go
words
from there. Yeah,
for
I think so.
Mary-Pierre Mora, or Malo rather.
The refs controlling this game quite handily. A few technicals given out in the last game, and I don't think they want to see that in this one.
I really think the officiating's been
Oh,
outstanding.
it has been. Really, really great officiating.
And now down on the floor, with a smile on her face at least, is Victoria Hamilton.
Bumped on the hip. Yep. Almost had a steal there.
Finds it underneath to Vega, back to Vega, kicks out to Boquete. Boquete for three as the shot clock expires. No, the putback by Vega won't go. And now a foul called on Pavone. She gets called for the push along the baseline. I tell you what, I really like the game of Gisela Vega.
She's one of those veteran players that has been around for a long time with the team since, I'm going to say, almost 2000, 2002. I've seen her. And she's a smart player.
Yeah, she's a smart player. She's got some size to her. She's got some lower body size. She's got some, she's got some hips to work in the low post there. And she's got good hands, and she's not selfish. The ball comes into her. She doesn't immediately look to turn and shoot and score, even though a lot of times she can.
Yep,
she works the offense, gets the ball back out to the shooters, and she has nice touch when she has a chance to put it back up.
Yeah, and that's what you see, I think, a lot from the veteran players. And she does have size to create a really good balance when she's posting up, and she is very unselfish. I've seen her put up 30-point games.
That would not surprise me one bit.
She can do that. She's very capable of doing that. But she is a very unselfish player and knows that her team is the one that's going to win, not just herself putting up 30 points.
And as soon as we're bragging on her, she commits the foul. She had the good initial step on
she did.
On the defense, and then came across and whacked Day on the forearm.
There's Santana passing out. Very patient on that one. She could have taken the three. She waited for the defense to close out on her and then did a nice runner by.
Vega's never off balance either, it seems.
No, she knows where she is on the court, and she gets her feet set and is able, that's why she's quite a good passer, because she's never really off balance. She's always might be facing the other way, but she has her eye and can see the whole court when she gets the ball in the low post.
Now a foul on Fret with the hand check. Trying to stay with Gonzalez and starting to get away from the Virgin Islands a little bit, I'm afraid. 46-30. Starting to commit a lot of fouls.
Usually those fouls happen from a little bit of fatigue. You're a step behind. And there we talked about Vega and her balance and her ability to score. She just took that pretty easily one-on-one down low under the basket.
Argentina just about has it to a 20-point lead, 48-30. 3:20 to play third quarter. Glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, around Canada or around the world, on livebasketball.tv or TSN Canada. Thomas has her shot blocked. How did Day block that?
I don't know. That was just a good rundown on the break.
She had a go-go gadget arm or something, because she was behind the defender. Maybe she had a selfie stick in her pocket that she stuck out and just whacked that out of there.
Good hustle by Day to get that rebound.
Oh, and that's the story for the Virgin Islands right there.
It is. They're doing everything that they possibly can. They just can't finish.
I honestly think this is one of those games that if Vega wanted, she could score 30 points.
She couldn't. And it's nice to see that Argentina is still excited in this game. They're up now 20. And they're still celebrating when they score a big basket and a foul.
Foul is on Akia Fret, her third. She's replaced by Yannick Javoy. And the youngster Janiyah Ephraim comes in. So Javoy replaces Hamilton and Ephraim replaces Fret. Vega can't complete the three-point play, and it remains a 20-point lead, 50-30.
Maybe the coach is thinking that he's going to get his youngster a few minutes of experience in this tournament.
Javoy on the outside, lobs it inside nicely to Day, draws the foul on Celia Fiorato.
It's a nice little pass from Javoy there. That's great.
And now Vega getting a rest, and Barani comes on. They don't lose a lot with Barani coming on. Not quite as good a defender, at least not quite the size, bulk-wise, but perhaps a little bit better a shooter on the outside.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think she's got a little bit better shooter, and she is more of a slasher cutter, getting into spots that way, which is probably not what Virgin Islands wants to see at this moment if they have to chase Barani around.
You see Natalie Day with the double-double, 13 points and 11 rebounds.
That's kind of what we expected from her from day one, finding her groove a little bit for her Virgin Islands team.
Barani, the nice pass inside. Just gorgeous ball movement by Argentina, executing the offense to perfection. Barani got it in, got it down low to Fiorato, and she just banked it home. Matthews, her three won't go. Day fights for the rebound, and then she's fouled by Fiorato.
That's what we talked about, the cutting of Barani. That whole play happens because Barani cuts from the low corner all the way through to the key. The defense has to find her, and a little dump down.
Free throw good by Day. The Russian spot.
Maybe I'm going to bring that back into favor.
Yeah. I mean, I've been watching basketball for a long, long time. Been involved with it intimately for a good while now, and it's never a term I've heard.
I'm not making it up, I promise.
Oh, I believe you.
I have to talk to people that are in their 40s and 50s, and maybe that's the crowd that will know that term a little bit more.
I'm in my 40s.
Oh.
Though I appreciate you not thinking I was.
There you go. You're welcome.
Now a three from Ephraim, that's no good. And look who's back in there. Melissa Gretter. Easy dish to Fiorato, and she banks it home, and it's 54-33.
And right away we see the impact in ball handling skills of Gretter, that she just breaks down everybody all the way down, and a nice little feed inside.
You mentioned your kids are watching from the stands.
They are.
My mother's watching from her iPad back home in Illinois. Hello, Mom.
I'm sure she appreciates that. Well, we're working long days on the feed here and in the Saville Center, so it's nice that my family can come and I can talk to them for a few minutes during our breaks.
If you didn't, you wouldn't really get a chance to see them or talk to them during the day.
No, I wouldn't. I see them in the mornings for a couple hours, and they're in bed by the time we get home around 11:30 in the evening.
Javoy, this is the second free throw, but a foul called. It's going to be on Barani, I believe. Or is it just a lane violation?
I think he's just, yeah, telling her, technically, you can't leave until the ball hits the rim. However, everybody always goes in early.
Yeah.
So you don't see it called that often, every once in a while, but, and of course it only makes a difference if they miss a free throw and it becomes an advantage, right?
Gretter.
Nice.
Now the nice feed to Barani. A little too much English on the ball.
There's the cutting, slashing Barani again.
Do you say English on the ball here in Canada, or is it something else?
No.
We say it's English.
Yeah, we have, we definitely have that terminology as well. Nice hesitation dribble by Matthew to get herself back to the line.
Matthew's a quiet night, just her 8th point. I mean, conceivably, we Americans say English on the ball. We Canadians could very well say there's French on the ball.
Yeah.
A lot of French influence.
That's true.
Run out of things to talk about in these 20-point games. We've had a lot of them.
It's true. It's sort of, you feel bad for the Virgin Islands because
they're getting some very good experience. Fiorato's shot goes.
Yeah, we talked about the Virgin Islands having, this is their first FIBA Americas tournament.
Right.
And so they've seen teams that are more their caliber of play, and I think it's sort of their first look at teams like Canada and Argentina and Cuba. And
yeah, they made it through the Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships.
yeah.
Went on to Centro Basket, made it through Centro Basket, and now here at FIBA Americas. But, you know, the talent pool for just that small island nation is not that great.
And so I think that's where you have to start putting it into perspective sometimes with these. Almost beats
and
the
a nice
buzzer.
shot by Victoria Hamilton, but she did not get it off before the buzzer sounds. 57-37 after 3 quarters. Argentina, the 20-point lead. We're back with 4th quarter action from the Saville Community Sports Center on the lovely campus of the University of Alberta right after this.
I know, we have no idea what happens there. So what is the feed just sees this then, right? I guess, or do they have some sort of thing that they click in there? Or? I don't know. Usually they have been, doing a commercial, but so they just keep it on, and I think when we watch FIBA feeds, I think it's just a shot of the. We should get you to voice over some of our tourism board stuff. Come to Canada! Start getting visitors to Edmonton, Canada. You just like talk them into it. Thank you! At least the first game is exciting, so then I don't mind relaxing a little bit through this one, but the viewers must get bored of some of these games.
57-37 as we head to the 4th quarter. Argentina leading the Virgin Islands by 20. Argentina has steadily built a lead throughout the course of the game, led by 5 after 1, by 12 after 2, and by 20 after 3. Leading scorer for Argentina, Fiorato with 11, and Gisela Vega also with 11. Vega, the leading rebounder, with 6. She's also the co-leader in assists with 3. Leading for the Virgin Islands, Natalie Day with 16 points. No one else in double figures, though Brittany Matthew has 9. Argentina shooting 50% from the field and 36% from beyond 3-point range. Virgin Islands 12 of 45 for only 27%, 1 of 10 from three-point range. Brittany Matthew 1 of 5, the only one to make a three-pointer for the VI. Victoria Charante on now for Argentina. Now, how about that? Melissa Gretter says, I've got a shot.
That's great. She was just standing there, and she didn't really have to even move for that shot. She just waited for it to come to her and shoots a three.
I don't know what you TV people are talking about. We've got plenty of outside shot. Fiorado tried to feed it back underneath. Barani and Fiorado battle for it. 10 to shoot. Oh, nice feed from Gretter. She found Charante underneath, but it got knocked out of bounds. It'll remain Argentina ball with 6 to shoot.
They just fight after this one. Gretter gets it in her hands for a few seconds as she hits Laurent underneath.
Barani's shot finds its way home. Ooh. You hear that smack, and we both...
And a crack.
And no whistle.
Incidental contact.
Now the jumper. Charante stripped on the way up. Out of bounds. It'll remain with Argentina with 13 to shoot. And Argentina taking timeout. Kind of a curious place for timeout. 62-37. About 8.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Coming up, we've got 2 more games this evening. First, it's the Dominican Republic and Canada at 6:30, followed at 8:45 by Brazil and Ecuador. One result already in the books today. Cuba defeated Puerto Rico 65-58. That was an entertaining game, interesting game. That's the one that started about half an hour late due to a power outage here at the Saville Center. They turned the lights on and threw the ball up in the air pretty much. Then we had a fast first quarter. 10 minutes on the clock, about 11 minutes in real time. No fouls in that first quarter. And then we had throughout the course of the rest of the game a couple of unsportsmanlike calls. I think 5 technicals total.
I think so. Quite a few in that game.
And then a curious stretch at the end by Puerto Rico choosing not to foul.
Yeah, we were wondering that as well over on the TSN feed, trying to see when they would start fouling, if they would start fouling, or if they were just going to play the end of the game out.
Well, when you looked at it, they ended up getting an unsportsmanlike 2 shots and the ball.
Yeah.
Had they made both of those free throws and had the ball back, had they fouled before, they might have been within 1 possession.
Yep.
It was only a 3-possession game. And now Barani travels. She tried to get control of the ball.
They're just fighting and fighting and fighting, and oh, yep. And she puts the ball around her hips a little bit, takes about 5 steps in the meantime. Oh.
And now Day goes down. I think they're going to get Fiorado.
Fiorado get caught kind of doing one of those ones where you pass the player off as they're going by you. It wasn't really a push-off, but sometimes you keep your hands on them to know where they're going, and as you lead them through the key, and got caught with her a little bit.
And sometimes the player dives because they feel it.
And that.
Not saying that's what happened there, but maybe a little bit.
Oh.
Now that time Day slips.
I think she slipped on. It's wet. Yeah,
some perspiration there.
Yeah.
Charante to Gretter. Shoot that. She has that shot. She's gonna prove us wrong again. Gretter on the drive and dish, and Charante pulled her hands down. She thought it was going to Barani, and it went out of bounds.
Thought the same thing. Yep. It was gonna go to Charante.
(62-39) in favor of Argentina. Argentina, well, we hate to put it in the books just yet, but Argentina looking to move to 2-0 after trouncing Ecuador yesterday, 70-35. Virgin Islands trying to avoid going 0-3. They dropped their opener to Ecuador, 72-48. And then a tight one to Venezuela, 69-62. They play again tomorrow. And their off day is Thursday.
So they'll look to have 2 days off. And they might be done for the tournament.
They might be done.
Unless they are going to play a 7th or a 7th and 10th spot. I'm not sure this tournament is going to allow
I don't think they are. I think they added the 5-6 game because of Brazil coming in.
Brazil, and they had to put that one in, yep.
But I don't think they're going to play a 7-8 game.
So they might be done tomorrow in their first FIBA Americas.
But that's okay. Good experience for this Virgin Islands team. They've played a lot of international basketball over the past month, dating back to the Caribbean Basketball Confederation Championships in the British Virgin Islands. Had the pleasure of calling that tournament. That came down to Jamaica. Huge comeback, and Jamaica won that.
I think that's what Virgin Islands has to take from this tournament, is just to see the growth of basketball in their small island country.
Virgin Islands men's team won that Caribbean Basketball Confederation tournament. Big comeback in that game as well. The Bahamas were trying to go for the double in that tournament. The Bahamas led late in the final against the men's U.S. Virgin Islands team.
Argentina's still taking it hard to the hole against this Virgin Islands team. You see Day looking on a little bit despondent, happy maybe with her performance, not so much with the result today.
Charante misses the free throw, 63-40. Three from the corner, that's good. Yannick Javoy. And I think the more experience that the Virgin Islands can get these younger players, Aisha Peters, 23, Victoria Hamilton, 24. Lanice Bao, just 22. Brittany Matthew, only 22. Natalie Day's only 25. Akia Fret, 19. And Janiyah Ephraim, 15. As they continue to develop and experience this international competition, they will get better and better.
I think so, and that's what the young teams have to take from these tournaments. You're going to come here playing against experienced teams, older players, and the more you can learn from these situations just helps with your development of basketball in your own country.
Now a three from the corner. Tipped by Javoy. It'll remain with Argentina. Another three, that's no good. Charante commits the foul as she tries to get the rebound away from Day. Now checking back in for Argentina, Ornella Santana. She replaces Charante. Vega and Fiorado still leading the way for Argentina with 11 points apiece. Nice shot by Yannick Javoy from in close. Natalie Day has 17 for the Virgin Islands. Brittany Matthew with 9. Day also has 13 rebounds. Heck of a game for Natalie Day.
Came out with a double-double today.
Vega. Nice move around Day.
That's a great pump fake there. Got Day jumping in the air, one dribble by here, and a great finish to the basket.
13 now for Vega.
Nice. Yeah, that's
a textbook break by Argentina.
We've seen that all night.
Day working on Vega. Pulls up from 17. That's no good. Saved. Inbounds by Pavone, but she saved it right to Day. And Day went up and said, hey, look what I found. 2 more points. She's got 19.
One of those unspoken rules that you're never supposed to save the ball
under the other
own
basket.
move, right? It's like, but you always want to do it.
Pretty little turnaround there by Ornella Santana. She's got 9. And a steal in the backcourt by Gonzalez. And the foul.
That's heartbreaking right now for the Virgin Islands.
So Akia Fret commits her 5th foul, and she will have a seat for the remainder of this one. Janiyah Ephraim into the game. Can't complete the and one, but
over the back.
Yeah. Is that going to be on Vega or is that going to be on Santana?
Either one could get that foul. 17. Not on Vega.
Yep. So for Vega, that's foul number 2.
Still being aggressive.
Yep.
Heading into the last 3 minutes of the game.
Lanice Bao replaces Brittany Matthew. Bao, after the double screen, hits the open jumper. Sometimes it's just that easy, and sometimes you couldn't do that if your life depended on it.
They've had trouble just having the, not necessarily getting shots, they just haven't been falling for them.
And now Rossett called for the offensive foul.
A little bit of a aggressive screen being called on her there.
Bao. Day on the drive, left hand won't go. Day trying to crack that 20-point mark, and Vega popped in the eye.
She got hit by a errant flailing arm. As we see Day go in, and when she Yeah,
Oh,
Hamilton
got hit by the
comes
ball.
in. Ball and Hamilton, I think, both. Let's see. Yeah, Hamilton going after the rebound and just clocked her in the head with the ball.
Grateful that you're playing basketball and not bowling when that happens. Vega from
Great
in
up
close.
and under, look at that. Yeah, and after it again.
And you heard her grunt as she went back up. She went up strong and then celebrated after the shot. 73-49. Nice move by Hamilton, but lost the handle. Nice feed to Ornella Santana. And William Colon wants timeout with 1:55 to play. I think he just wants to kind of stop the bleeding a little bit here.
I think so.
75-49 in favor of Argentina. We're back in a minute. A minute 55 left to play in this one between Argentina and the Virgin Islands. Virgin Islands looked pretty good in the first quarter before Argentina got a last-second bucket to go up by 5, and then Argentina has steadily pulled away throughout the course of this one. They led by 5 after 1, by 12 after 2, and by 20 after 3. It's now a 26-point lead at 75-49. You were impressed that I did all that math
I
that
did.
quickly,
I was watching that happen in your brain.
The squirrel is out of breath, let me tell you, from running on the wheel in there.
Yeah, slid her foot there. Got stopped in the middle of the key. Just lost her balance a little bit.
So once again, Virgin Islands in action tomorrow. They take on Brazil. Argentina takes on Venezuela. That could be a good game. Venezuela has some good talent. They've got some potential matchup problems for Argentina.
I think that one will be kind of a game that will decide who's second in their pool, which is sort of who will cross over between either Canada and Cuba. So it's all sort of starting to think about matchups going into the second round.
Natalie Day to the free throw line to try to get her 20th point. Gonzalez sits down. Gretter comes back on. And now Day has 20. Make it 21, just to be sure. What a fantastic game for Natalie Day.
She's the bright spot for the Virgin Islands. 21 and 14 rebounds.
Ball pinballed around off a couple of heads of Virgin Islands players. 3 to shoot now, 2.
Hamilton coming up slow. I think her chin connected with the floor, or coming up a little bit sore.
William Colon down in front of the scorer's table, wanting to call timeout. And they're saying, "You sure?" And he laughs and he says, "Come on, give it to me." Inside of a minute to play, trailing by 24 points. Colon still has a sense of humor. Sometimes you need that. You know, this is a teaching moment for his team, his young team, playing in their first FIBA Americas.
I think he's going to draw up a play, and this is where you can practice a play. You know you're not going to win the game, but you can always practice some of the things that will help you in the next game.
She's going to come this way. Here, here, get the ball here. Okay? Then after that one, now we're going to keep the ball going this way. I'm going to hit her 1, 2. I dribble this way, and I'm going to hit her there.
A good listen into the huddle of William Colon of the Virgin Islands. You were enjoying that.
I was. He's a very animated coach, and he's like, cut here, cut here, cut here.
And it sounded like he had a couple of options drawn up too.
I think so, yeah. And let's see if Virgin Islands can execute what was just drawn up in that timeout.
Actually, the audio people try to play something that has something to do with somebody on the floor, but I'm not coming across a Caroline in this game.
No.
Now Matthew for 3.
I think they executed what he wanted.
Yeah.
Going to the right spots, had the shot, but Matthew's having a tough night.
40 seconds to play now. Argentina will move to 2-0 in group play. The Virgin Islands will fall to 0-3. It's been an entertaining game anyway, watching the Virgin Islands try to grow and learn, watching the great game by Natalie Day, but it's also been fun watching the Argentinians execute their offense.
They're very precise in their play today and went where they were supposed to every time. You could see them running their play and cutting and slashing, and Vega down low kind of distributing the ball every time she got it down there.
They looked very European today.
They did. Yeah, that's kind of typical European play, the cutting, slashing, and moving of the ball.
This one goes final, 75-51 in favor of Argentina. Quick look at the final numbers. Argentina, 31 of 61 from the floor, 51%, 6 of 17 from three-point range, 35%, 7 of 13 from the line. Virgin Islands, 17 of 57 for 30%, 2 of 12 from beyond the arc, 17%. 15 of 19 from the free throw line for 79%. Argentina with the rebounding advantage, 29-17. Virgin Islands actually ended up with more offensive rebounds, 11-10. There was a big deficit in that area early on. Leading scorers for Argentina, Gisela Vega with 15. Ornella Santana had 11. Deborah Gonzalez had 11. And Celia Fierrado also had 11. Leading rebounder, Vega had 7. And Deborah Gonzalez had 6 assists for the Virgin Islands. Natalie Day, 21 points and 14 rebounds. Lenise Bao added 5 rebounds. Leader in assists was Brittany Matthew with 3. She added 9 points, did Matthew. All that adds up to a 75-51 win for Argentina. Michelle Hendry, final thoughts on this one?
I think this was a one that the Virgin Islands is going to have to learn a little bit from. Argentina played precision basketball, and I think this is going to help them kind of get into the groove when they will face Brazil.
Thanks so much for being with us. We'd like to remind you that coming up at 6:30, it's the Dominican Republic against the host nation, And one of the favorites for the gold medal here, Team Canada. That's at 6:30, followed up at 8:45 by Brazil and Ecuador. For everybody at TSN and FIBA, my partner Michelle Hendry, I'm Craig Feta saying so long for now. We will see you at 6:30 for the Dominican Republic and Team Canada from the Saville Community Sports Center in Edmonton.